Parker waits on deck. Just underway. Oklahoma and Montana in game one of the Troy Cox Classic. 1-1 misses a little bit out. 2 balls and a strike. Thanks as always for joining us for not just Sooner softball today, but our newly expanded Sooner pregame show presented by Walden Cleaners and Laundry, where the difference is quality. 2-1. That's a little low. Ball 3. And if we fail to mention in our Riverwind Casino keys to the game, Riverwind Casino is the official entertainment destination of OU Athletics. The 3-1. Ball 4. Bases are loaded for Ella Parker. Well, now Ella's got to make him pay. 3 for 11 start to the season, but Ella has 5 hits and has drawn 5 walks to lead the team this year. The first pitch, she got a cut and fouled it straight back. Strike 1. Was talking to Ella a little bit last night after the Sooners got out here to take a little batting practice, and she had talked about how unique the outfield was. We asked Patty Gasso about it pregame. It's different. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That's up high, 1-1. Good job by Tarrant to go up and get that. A little deceiving is how Ella described it for how much room there actually is in the gaps, because the ball skips so quickly on this turf. 1-1. A little bit out, 2-1. When I say turf, I mean grass field. It's an all-grass outfield. But as Coach said, you're going to see some doubles today. How about one right here? 2 balls and a strike. Bases loaded, just underway here in Las Cruces. The pitch popped up. Left side, that'll get well out of play. We are set up in a pretty cool location. It's a older venue here in Las Cruces. We're actually in the stands calling the game today. The 2-2 is in the dirt. Really nice job by Tarrant, the catcher, to go down and put her body in front of that. Full count. The crew here at Las Cruces set us up with a tent to protect us from the sun. Then as soon as they did that, the sun went away. Full count here. Long looking. The pitch. Skied to center field. Pretty deep. Does it have enough? No. It'll come up short at the warning track. That's where Cherms makes the catch, the center fielder for New Mexico State. But it's a sac fly as Cassidy Pickering tags and easily scores from third. And OU strikes first on a ball that nearly flew out of here. Here's Kendall Wells, who will be the DP today. Bella Emmerling gets the start behind the plate. 1-0 Sooners. As the kids would say, duck still on the pond, first and second. Here's the pitch. That's hit pretty well to center field, but it won't have enough. Dice quickly is racing in is Cherms to make the catch, and there's quickly 2 away. First ball swinging. Like Wells got a little bit more of that than she actually did, fooled her. And here's Alyssa Parker. What a story she was in the opening weekend. She is our Love's Travel Stops player to watch. First pitch, a little bit up, ball 1. Playing center field here today. 3 for her first 7, scored 3 runs, so quick math, that's a .429 average. The 1-0, and for a strike. She is, as advertised, 0-0 out of Pecola, Oklahoma. The Gatorade Oklahoma Player of the Year in 2024. 3-time state runner-up at Pecola. That pitch misses high, 2-1. Who was beating Alyssa Parker and Pecola in 2A? Won the 2022 2A state title. That pitch misses, 3-1. Just underway, 1-0 Sooners over Montana. We're in the top of the first inning. Nellie's at first, Gabby's at second. The 3-1 pitch to Parker is strike 2. Alyssa thought it was ball 4. She started to trot down to first. Alyssa Parker, today's Love's Travel Stops player to watch. Love's Travel Stops is the heart of the highway. Swings and pops that one back. In the 21-run game on Saturday, Alyssa Parker was 2 for 4 against the Wildcats. Homered, drove in 4 runs, establishing a pretty solid career high early. 3-2 is hit hard towards short. Nice play up with it. The throw is in time. Good job by Cockhill, the shortstop, and that'll do it for the Sooners. They strand 2 and a promising but then disappointing start here in Las Cruces. Oklahoma heads. Sooner softball, as always, is presented by Love's Travel Stops, the heart of the highway. And today's game sponsors are the OU Community Cornerstone Partners, Fowler Auto Group, OG&E, OU Health, and Coca-Cola. The University of Oklahoma Athletics is one with you. It'll be Anna Cockhill, Grace Lopez, and JoJo Christians for the Montana Grizzlies, with Oklahoma on top 1-0. Montana has shown some improvement over their first 5 games of the season. They've already won 3. They only won 8 games all year of last season. First pitch from Wachenio in the righty-righty matchup, and my word, she threw it right by her. Strike 1. There is no radar gun here, and unless it's behind home plate, which it probably is, no sign of a pitch clock in the outfield, action clock, excuse me. Here's the 0-1. Fouled off the mitt of the catcher, Bella Emmerling. Let's go ahead and set that Sooner defense. Behind Wachenio is Lexi McDaniel at first. Sydney Barker gets to start today at second. Garcia at short and Nelly at third. Parker is in right. That's Ella Parker in right. The 0-2 pitch from Wachenio headed home. Checked her swing on a pitch that looked up. Alyssa Parker gets to start in right field. Cassidy Pickering is in left, which means 2 staples of the Sooners starting lineup getting the early game off here. And Ilana Agbayani and Abby Dayton. Here's the 1-2. Ooh, just missed a little bit out. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 1-0 Sooners. We're in the bottom of the first inning. The 2-2, boy, just missed a little bit low. Wachenio, maybe it'd be good to kind of go through the path of Miley. Haven't had a chance to talk about her a ton after her short outing in Tempe on Thursday night. Gets the pop up on the infield. Sid Barker calls off everyone, makes the catch. 1 away. Cockhill is retired. Here's Grace Lopez.
Now batting the second baseman, number 5.
Chenio, one of the, I guess you could say, relatively late adds out of the transfer portal. Believe she was the last pitcher the Sooners added. Did get the save last Thursday in the win over Arizona State. I'll bring to the plate Grace Lopez. First pitch, a little bit low and in, ball 1. June was whenever she made her way, so not too terribly late. Maybe a little bit oversensitive on my part. The 1-0 fouled back from Grace Lopez, the second baseman. Ole Miss made its trip to the Women's College World Series for the first time in program history. Wachenio's pitching down the stretch was one of the key reasons why. Here's the 1-1. That just missed. Bella Emmerling did what she could to try to frame that. (16-11) last year. 40 appearances, 28 starts. 2-1 pitch. That's in for a strike, right? 2-2. Very deliberate ball strike call. 16-11 in those 40 appearances, 3.43 ERA. 172 strikeouts, but 81 walks. 2-2. Move it up, all three. If you're into the region teams, region R-E-G-I-O-N, she was an NFCA All-South Region second-team performer out of Palo, California by way of Great Oak High School. Here's the 3-2. Popped up. On the right side, Lexi McDaniel drifting, and at the on-deck circle in front of the Sooner dugout makes the catch, 2 away. There's JoJo Christians. Oh, I had someone point out, I don't think it's, I think I am mispronouncing it because I don't think that's the proper pronunciation of Palo, California. Here's the first pitch, a little bit low and in JoJo Christians, because someone had texted me a very smarmy tweet before the season about the exact pronunciation of the hometown of one Miley Richeno. She's behind on the count 1-0 here, swinging a miss way late. It is actually Paula, P-A-L-A, pronounced Paula, California. Was a couple sheets deep on my little enunciation/pronunciation guide. The 1-1 fouled off the mask of Bella Immerling, who turns back a bit. Looks like she's going to be okay. 1 ball and 2 strikes. She throws hard. They think she's the hardest, or they don't think. She is the hardest thrower currently on the Sooner staff. Figures to have a prominent role. See how she handles today. The 1-2 is popped up behind home plate. Is there room? We will get every ding and bounce and pound from the bleachers here today. We're living it. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch to JoJo. Swing and a miss. Hey, Patty Gasso wanted to see more of those. Not a bad start. As with Chenio, sets him down in order. That was the Tinker Federal Credit Union strikeout, TFCU. A proud Bella Immerling will lead things off for the Sooners as we head to the second. Oklahoma 1, Montana 0. Immerling getting her first start of the year. Big swing and a miss. Strike 1. Immerling had a nice start. Couple of good pinch hit at bats. Earned the start as she takes ball 1 a little bit low and away from Elias. 1 run on a sac fly with the bases loaded from Ella Parker that scored Cassidy Pickering in the first. There's a ball that's ripped deep to left field. It gets out of here. Bella Immerling lines one over the left field wall, and the Sooners double up Montana. Mark that down. That could be the first of many this weekend for Oklahoma. The ball flies here. And for the Oklahoma Sooners as a team, chalk up home run number 16 on the season. And for Isabella Immerling, in her career, home run number 33. There's Lexi McDaniel. First pitch to the Sooner first baseman is a little bit low, ball 1. Man, you love to see, when challenged, a player like Bella Immerling have the start that she's having. There's a ball that's hit hard into left field, a base hit. And that'll bring Sid Barker to the plate. I had, on the very first original lineup, For some reason, had written down Barker as the left fielder. She's getting the start at second. And here's the first pitch to number 77. It's a little bit up on 1. 2-0 Sooners. In their first trip to the Troy Cox Classic here in New Mexico since 2018. Off speed, drops right in for a strike. Good pitch. No balls and 2 strikes. McDaniel at first. That one's to the backstop. Off to second goes Lexi. Second wild pitch of the game for Audra Elias. Sooners will play 2 more here tomorrow, including a game against Minnesota. As the 1-2 pitch is bounced softly foul down the third baseline. And then, including their first game against Minnesota since 2016. And then after the game tomorrow, we'll get on a bus and head to El Paso. The Sooners will play against UTEP for the first time since 2021. The 1-2 is sky to the right side, foul territory. Is there room towards the Sooner dugout? No. Christians was giving it a look, but it hit off the top of the Sooner dugout. So we'll do it again with Barker behind on the count of ball and 2 strikes. So a pretty busy travel weekend for the Sooners. Flew into El Paso, bus to Las Cruces. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Sid. Popped it up again, this time more towards the foul line. And is it fair? No. Fale is fighting to say it was fair down the right field line. But it falls right in between Lopez, the second baseman, and Bukowski, the right fielder. Fale was trying to sell it. That's Fale's steal. Coach Gasso, Patty Gasso over at third. 1 ball, 2 strike count. It's been a good battle. Here's the pitch to Barker. That one's in the dirt. It's going to get away from the catcher, Tarrant. Off to third goes Lexi McDaniel. So a 2-2 count here to Barker. With a runner at third and nobody out. Oklahoma looking to blow this game open, up 2-0 in the top of the second. Top of the lineup, and Cassidy Pickering waits on deck. The 2-2. Hammer. If it's fair, it is long gone, but it is... What is it? Foul. We have no view down that left field line, and there's a reason why we don't have a view. There is open, like, grass area behind 2 trees. There's some restrooms and some storage areas beyond the left field wall, and then there is a practice field that seems like it's a mile away. And Sid Barker hit one that darn near landed on that football practice field, and it might have. She smoked it. 2-2 again. Fouls this one off down the right side and out of play. Every foul ball down the right field line will cause fans here some concern because there's very little safety to prevent balls from going into the parking lot here. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Ripped into center field. It's a base hit for Sid Barker. Scoring easily is Lexi McDaniel, and it's 3-0 Sooners.
Back to the top of the lineup for the Sooners, number 7, Cassidy Pickering.
And here's Pickering. This is what the Sooners and Patty Gasso like to see, passing the bat. I'll tell you what, man, Sid Barker, she's got a chance this year to be something special. Here's the first pitch to Pickering, low and away, ball 1. Chalk up career RBI, number 33 for Sid Barker. And is that right, or first of the season? That's right, first of the season. Let's go, Sid. Pickering walked her last time up, hit and run. She tries to protect the runner, swings through a pitch well out of the zone, but Barker easily steals second as the ball pops out of the mitt of Tarrant, the catcher. 3-0 Sooners. Runner at second with nobody out. The leadoff hitter, top of the lineup, and Cassidy Pickering. Takes the 1-1 pitch a little bit in, 2 balls and a strike. OU and New Mexico State will be the second game today. The 2-1 pitch headed home. Goodness gracious, that ball is absolutely throttled, destroyed, mashed into the trees, over the scoreboard in right center field, and Cassidy Pickering. A 2-run bomb, the second of the inning for the Sooners. And it's 5-0 Oklahoma. My goodness, you could hear it off the bat. It's a 2-run bomb for Cassidy Pickering, and it looks like that's going to do it for Elias. Pitching change coming from Montana. We'll take a 1-minute timeout, a 60-second timeout for this pitching change, brought to you by Love's Travel Stops. Love's Travel Stops is the heart of the highway. Back in 60 seconds. Sooners up 5-0. This is Sooner softball from Learfield. So Montana has made a pitching change here with Gabby Garcia digging in, and that first pitch misses low for ball 1. Well, this is not good. They've gone with a pitcher who isn't listed on our roster. It's going to be Sweet who will take over in the circle, as that pitch misses low and away, 2-1. They do not have a number 11 on the roster. This is a little bit concerning. The 2-0 is a swing and a miss. They have on the official stats Kara Sweet, who is typically number 88. So we'll go with that in the circle for Montana. The 2-1 pitch drops in for a strike. Two balls and 2 strikes. The pitch to Gabby reaches to stay alive. Got to stay on your toe in these early season series. You never know when something might shift up on you like this. Two balls and 2 strikes. Sweet, the righty off speed, is popped fouling out of play. So definitely a little different speed here from Sweet. She really changes speeds quite a bit. Sophomore out of Pasco, Washington. She got her. Swing and a miss, big pump. First strikeout of a Sooner, and Garcia kind of got caught a little flat-footed there and just waved her bat at it.
Now batting for the Sooners, number 2, Nelly McEnroe-Marinas.
It's close enough, buddy. Nelly McEnroe-Marinas will step to the plate. Nelly walked her first time up, was stranded at first, and And she bats here with nobody on and 1 out. Sooners up 5-0. That's fouled away. You can hear the oohs and the ahs because there's, you can see down the right field line. There's a couple fans standing out there, but all you see is cars, and they are definitely in danger. Boy, definite off-speed pitch there that just misses 1-1. It's a little different juice. 4 runs second so far for the Sooners. Oklahoma on top 5-0. One ball and a strike to Nelly. Here it comes. Just misses. Ball 2. '18 was the last time the Sooners played here, and also in that season, the last time they played Montana. Here's the 2-1 pitch. It's popped up. Shallow right field. Bukowski towards the line makes the catch, and there's 2 away. We were talking about it at breakfast. Well, I say at breakfast. We've been talking about it nonstop about the 2018 trip that we made here and how challenging it was. Here's Ella Parker. She has an RBI, sac fly back in the first inning. I'm sure we'll sprinkle this in throughout the weekend. First pitch swinging, fouled off. And the Sooners came here in 2018. They actually lost. They lost to Boston U. That was after the first day of games was wiped out due to weather. The entire team was sick. Here's the 0-1. A little bit in, 1 ball, 1 strike. It was 2018. It was the first time I ever saw people wearing masks to protect themselves because of how everywhere the illness was on the team for that trip. Here's the 1-1. Off speed, misses a little bit in. For Patty Gasso, she didn't. It was interesting because I'll never forget in the pregame, she goes, don't let them use it as an excuse. We're going to fight through this as a team. And she didn't let him use it as an excuse, the illness. The 1-2 is bounced towards the left side, deep in the hole. It's short. Nice play by Cockhill. The throw is not in time. Infield single for Ella Parker. That was a good play deep into the hole by the Montana shortstop, Anna Cockhill, and she did a nice job, but not enough. The speedy Ella Parker is aboard. Here's Kendall Wells. First pitch is swinging, flied out to center field her last time up. First pitch takes that one, a little bit out, ball 1. 5-0 Sooners. The 1-0. Little bit out, 2 balls and no strikes. OU ended up losing when they finally played to Boston U in 2018 and then barely snuck by New Mexico State. Wells rips one deep to center field, and it's long gone. A laser over the center field wall by the freshman Kendall Wells, her 3rd home run of the season, and the Sooners have put up 7. It's 7-0 Sooners, and we're only in the top of the 2nd inning. Kind of had a feeling this week it could go like that, and what a start. Putting a wrap, though, just on, at least for now, that 2018 conversation, the thing that's amazing about that year is not only that OU came here and lost to Boston U, but they ended up getting Boston U in the first round of the NCAA tournament in Norman. They throttled him in that rematch. Here's the first pitch to Alyssa Parker. It's a little bit in, ball 1. And apparently, the Boston U players who had dogpiled after beating OU at that time here in New Mexico State were kind of taking shots at the Sooners, asking who's sick now. The 1-0 pitch is a little bit up. You bounced back and made him pay in a big way in the in the 2018 Norman Regional. fact, the final score of the only game they played was 9-zip in 5. Here's the first pitch, or the 2-0 pitch to Parker. In for a strike, 2-1. That was a wild trip. Sooners were scheduled to play 4 games, only ended up playing 2 because of weather here. Parker takes it low, 3-1. I'm not surprised. I'm not going to lie, I was a little bit surprised that OU ended up coming back to Las Cruces, but I'm really glad they did. Sooner fans around here are great. 3-1 is ball 4. And the Sooners will bat around here in the second inning. Bella Emmerling is in for a strike. She homered her last time up. To kind of give you an idea of how much I love these, the very first game was the Mary Nutter. It's the 0-1 pitch. Misses inside. 1-1. Whenever OU beat Cal State Fullerton 8-zip in 2023. Haley Lee walked and scored a run in that game. The 1-1 runner goes, balls in the dirt. Parker, oh my, she is smooth. Steals it by a mile. So that's not bad. Figure 20, there's a couple games that maybe we might have tried to score otherwise, but it's a good 3-year run. Made the order last night. Here's the 2-1 pitch. A little bit out to Emmerling, 3-1. I will say it's also one of those moments for those of you that like to keep score, and I love to keep score. It does, when you look back, show you either how you've matured as a diamond sport scorer or how you continue to regress. There's confusion about the count. They got it sorted out. It is 3-1 to Bella here with a runner at second and 2 outs. The pitch, ball 4. Little bit of a hesitation from Bella before she took off. And here's Lexi McDaniel. So big weekend because it's Sooner softball, but also final weekend for my 3-year run, my scorebook. Here's the first pitch to McDaniel. That's low and in. Emmerling aboard at first, Parker at second. Sid Barker in the on-deck circle. Here's the 1-0. That's a little bit low, 2-0, and suddenly Sweet has kind of lost the zone here a bit. I believe this to be Kara Sweet, who had been listed as 88 on our sheet we were given, but is wearing 11. Here's the 1-0. That's in for a strike, 1-1. A ball and a strike. McDaniel pops this one up, shallow right field. I won't quite make it out to the outfield grass. A rather challenging play by Christian, who makes the catch as she had to reach across her body, overran it just a bit. But it'll end the Sooner threat in the second. But Oklahoma sends 11 batters to the plate, and they push 6. Welcome back to Las Cruces, New Mexico, on the campus of New Mexico State University. It's the Troy Cox Classic. Sooners up 7-zip. Back to work for Miley Wachenio, and Mackenzie Bukowski will lead things off. First pitch to the right fielder from Wachenio is in for a strike. Our home plate umpire today is Jack Krauser. Robert Marcialis is over at first with Denisa Amantine over at third. Sorry. Swing and a miss, strike two. I mentioned Jack Krauser. One of those very deliberate strike calls. So no rush as soon as it crosses the plate. Here's the 0-2 pitch from Huachenio, headed home. Swing and a miss. There you go. Second strikeout of the game, brought to you by Tinker Federal Credit Union. Boy, we got our eyes on a lot of games across college softball today, including several that are already final. Scores is always brought to you by our good friends at Air Comfort Solutions. Georgia beat up on North Carolina State down in Clearwater, 16-2. Good start to the season for the Bulldogs. They're 6-2. First pitch to Jessica Cherms, misses low and in. Oklahoma State held on to beat Texas A&M 9-8. Arkansas is playing down in San Marcos. They're beating up on Wichita State 10-1 at the bottom of the fifth inning. Popped up right side. Lexi McDaniel gives chase towards the dugout. Nope. Got my live stats up right now. Keeping an eye on Clearwater as Geordie and Nebraska square off against Tennessee. It was pretty wild watching Geordie from now as the 1-1 pitch is headed home. Popped up, shallow left field. Garcia racing out. It's down, but is it fair? It's foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes. But I was watching Nebraska and LSU, and I was having one of those moments where I was watching Peyton Monticelli for LSU pitch to Hannah Core for Nebraska, who grounded out to Avery Hodge at third, and then Geordie came in to pitch the next inning. Here's the 1-2. Oh, that's a good pitch right on the outside corner. Called strike 3, third strikeout of the game. Here's Madison Tarrant. But right now, that Nebraska team who beat LSU yesterday and Peyton Monticelli is scoreless with Tennessee in the bottom of the third inning. And our score update brought to you by Air Comfort Solutions, your total home solution for plumbing, heating, air conditioning, and electrical. Make the winning call today. First pitch swinging, popped up on the infield. Gabby's got it. That's a quick bottom of the second inning. 1-2-3 Sooners. We headed to third. Sooners rolling 7-zip over Montana. This is Sooner softball from Learfield. Third pitcher of the game already for the Montana Grizzlies. Out of Ua Beach, Hawaii, the junior, Kong will be called upon here to try to slow down the Sooner attack as Sid Barker leads things off. First pitch from the righty is in for a strike. Kayana Kong, the righty, spins the ball into her mid as she waits for Barker to dig back in. Here she comes. The 0-1 pitch to Sid, who's 1 for 1 with an RBI. This is a little bit out. Kong making in the circle at the very least. As the first pitch misses. This will be her third appearance of the year. I don't have it broken down on her page between her pitching and hitting stats. They just have all of her hitting stats. Here we go, pitching-wise. Yeah, fourth appearance of the year. 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss, good pitch. 3 1/3, allowed 7 hits against St. Louis. 6 runs, 5 of those were earned. That was in the 11-9 win for St. Louis U over this Montana Grizzly team. 2 innings of 3-hit ball, allowed just 1 run against Wagner. 2-2 pitch misses outside, and then in the win over UC San Diego, 2 2/3 allowed just 1 hit. She got the win in that game, took the loss in the Wagner contest for 0-0 down a Wong. calm, gets the pitch bounced back. Oh, we always love to hear where you're listening from. It's the best way to interact with the booth. We are in Las Cruces. And our shout-outs in the third inning are brought to you by the good people at One Oklahoma, powered by Sooner Sports Properties. Fan field, athlete focus. Grounder towards short. Big hop for Cockhill. Up with it, throws to first. And there's one away. Barker is retired. Witt, Jock, and Nat are all listening in from Loves Field. Natalie Jones, I refuse to believe that Witt is sitting and listening to a softball game today. But it makes my day. As Cassidy Pickering digs in. First pitch to pick is in for a strike. There's that Jack Krause late strike call. How about Mo Sooner? Shout out to the first grade PE class in Houston, Missouri. Got the game on while they do their push-up test and getting ready for Valentine's parties. The 0-1, wow. That had to be like 20 miles an hour. It drops right in for a strike, 0-2. How many push-ups, Mo Sooner, did the best first grader in Houston, Missouri do? I've got to know. And what is the limit? Here's the 0-2 pitch, a little bit out. Like, what is the standard, I should say? What are they supposed to? Courtney Goff is tuned in Lakeland, Florida. Ready to head west to be in Nutter next week. Big Sky Sooner working on the OU campus today. The 1-2. Skied to right center field and pretty deep. It's not going to be deep enough as caught just short of the track. Bukowski gets it, and there's quickly two away. 7-0 Sooners. We're in the third. Sooner Judy's made my day. She's here. Right in front of us. We did have to add a layer. Got a little bit chilly as Ilana Agbayani is going to step in. We mentioned they had planned, shout out to my guy JT, packer of 2 puffy coats this weekend, just because of how cold we expected it to be. But it hasn't been too bad so far. Ilana's going to pinch hit. Donald and Pacer down into the Florida Panhandle. Jared Starks in at Tahlequah. David Gibbs in work in OKC. And how about TJ Holloway in Houston? With Sooner Bump and Norman. First pitch to Ilana is in for a strike. North Road Creations is working away today. Tuned in Guthrie. This, I can't say morning anymore, right? I mean, it's 10:49 here. I guess truly it is. The 0-1 pitch is that wild off speed and misses low and away. 10:49 a.m. local time. A ball and a strike. The pitch, Agbayani check swing, fouled it back. Linda's listening from their semi-truck on their way to pick up a load from International Falls, Minnesota. Cowboy Sooner. The safest place to park your car is in the parking lot, as all of the suitors hit it past the parking lot. Agreed, but this is different. There's a bouncer foul down the first base line. That one kind of danced down the foul line for a while. This is a little different, though, Cowboy Sooner, because you can launch some of those balls deep foul down the right field line, and there are cars that would definitely be in peril. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Hammer. Get out of here, ball. Deep to right field. Ilana Agbayani. Touch them all. The pinch hit appearance by Agbayani ends in the 4th home run of the game for the Sooners. And hello, Run Rule territory. It's 8-0 Sooners here in the top of the 3rd. Man, you'll see a lot of them this weekend. The ball tends to fly here, and Agbayani timed one up and knocked it out of the park. home runs this season for the Sooners are brought to you by Brahms Ice Cream and Dairy Stores, farm fresh for over 50 years. It's Brahms times 4. As here's Nelly, takes the first pitch for a ball. Good to hear from my buddy Peter Schwartz, who's tuned in. In Norman, the 1-0 is a little bit out. Speaking of Brahms, very excited. There's a new Brahms in our hood. Just opened up the Brahms across from Riverwind. Went in 8 there on the opening day. That's how much of a fan I am. The 2-0 is pop foul.
Heads up.
I was a good boy, though it was really hard to say no to the Brownie Fudge Sundae. That's the go-to. Appreciate the support of Brahms, and they've got themselves quite the sponsorship this year, bringing you Sooner home runs. 2-1 is fouled off. Losing odds from the crowd on that one. They realize their car's in peril. Tim is listening in his Peterbilt on his way home from the weekend. Shout out, Tim. Courtney Bryce checking in from Rochester, New York. Miss you guys. 2-2 pitch misses low and away, ball 3. Three balls and 2 strikes, a full count here. With Ella Parker waiting on deck, it's 8-0 Sooners. There's ball 4. It's a miss out. Jamie Houston is tuned in from the Jimmy Houston Marine in Kawasaki in Park Hill. That's getting specific on the shout-outs.
Now batting number 5, Ella Parker.
Here's Ella. First pitch is a little bit in, ball 1. Not a bad day for the Sooner offense. They've pounded out now 7 hits. Ella Parker has a single and scored a run. That pitch missed a little in. 2 balls and no strikes. Two balls and no strikes. Here's the pitch. That's popped into left field pretty deep, but not deep enough. It's kind of in the University of Oklahoma, and Sooner Sports Properties would like to thank our concession partners, Community Coffee, Freddy's Frozen Custard, and Steak Burgers, High Noon, Cup Bop, Nacho Express, Conecuh Sausage, and Evan Williams. And Sooner Softball is brought to you in part by OG&E. OG&E, we energize life. For Montana, it'll be the 7, 8, and 9 hitters. Ayana Kong, who came into pitch last half inning, will lead things off. Patty Gasso making a walk from over in the third base dugout, just outside of the third base dugout. I think they were getting a couple of lineup changes passed along because it's a new look Sooner infield. Lexi McDaniel still at first with now Ilana Agbayani at second. Gabby Garcia is out. Sid Barker is in at third. Short with Nelly at third. So Sid is short, Nelly at third. Kai Miner is checked in center with Tia Malloy out in left field. And in right field is Abby Dayton. So a complete and total new look for Oklahoma defensively. No wonder Coach Gasso was over there. Oh, I'm so happy Tia Malloy's in the game. Not just because I love watching Tia play, but she has a tie to New Mexico State. It's Kong now. The lineups have been adjusted. Kong gets ready to dig in. Her grandfather, I said New Mexico State, I meant Montana for today. I apologize. Her grandfather played at Montana and is a Grizzly Sports Hall of Fame member. So, quite the cool story as you might imagine, for Tia Malloy to play against the team where her grandfather is a Hall of Famer. Roy Robinson. Here's the first pitch to Kong, the left-handed hitting now pitcher. And that's in for a strike. In fact, Roy Robinson was more than just a football player. He was a track standout, too. So Tia Malloy's grandfather is not only a football Hall of Famer for the Grizzlies, but also a track Hall of Famer. The 0-1 pitch misses a little up. 1 ball, 1 strike. So Malloy is out in left field. With Minor in center. And now Abby Dayton out in right. He was drafted by the Falcons in 1969, but ended up playing in the Canadian Football League. Here's the 1-1 pitch. A little bit out. 2 balls and a strike. Quick score update brought to you by Air Comfort Solutions. We're knotted up at 1 now in the bottom of the 4th inning between Tennessee and Nebraska. 2 balls and a strike. Wachenio still going. Gets the swing and a miss, strike 2. I'm not going to lie. I was yelling at ESPN for a while whenever Jordy Ball was in the game. They kept calling her Jordy Fromm. Then I immediately remember she got married this offseason. Don't you people know anything? That's Jordy Ball. Here's the 2-2 pitch to the lefty, Kong. Got her. Looking backwards. K in the book. That's the 4th strikeout by Miley Wachenio. And there's 1 away here in the 3rd. Man, I love to see you guys are spending your Friday early afternoon with us. Jeff and Julie are in Springfield, Illinois, listening from Lincoln Land Community College. Stacy from work in Arlington. That pitch is popped up behind home plate. Easy play for the Sooner backstop. Bella Emmerling, and there's quickly 2 away. As soon as she found it, it was easy. Frieda and Kelly are listening from Shiprock, New Mexico. Say that one slowly. Joshua is in Meno, Oklahoma, remodeling a house. Oh, M-E-N-O. I don't think I've ever heard of Meno or Minnow, Oklahoma. Soft ground at 3rd. Nelly up with it. Easy 1-2-3 inning. Man, I'm telling you right now, Montana has no time for our shout-outs. That'll do it in the 3rd. Hey, thanks to everyone who checked in, like Lynn Bybee, who is in sunny Bowling Green, Florida. Kim is tuned in while running errands in Broken Arrow. True Sooner while delivering mail in Yukon. The mic is in Kanawha. Katie is listening to the first pitch for ball 1. 8-0 Sooners. We're in the 4th. Sooner softball presented by Love's Travel Stops. Brought to you in part today by our community cornerstone partners. The 0-1 to the freshman. Well, that caught the outer edge. No balls and 2 strikes. That looked to be a little bit out, but caught just enough to get the zone for Jack Krause, our home plate umpire today. Fowler Auto Group, OG&E, OU Health, and Coca-Cola. The University of Oklahoma Athletics. 1 with you. 0-2. Ripped. Deep. Right field. Gone from the freshman. Another one. This one left the yard in a hurry. And the freshman, Kai Minor, has her 2nd bomb of the season. And Oklahoma in complete control over Montana. It's 9-0. That's the 5th Sooner homer of the day. Home runs this year brought to you by Brahms Ice Cream and Dairy Stores, farm fresh for over 50 years. I heard from our buddy Brooke Looper during the break. Brahms cookies and cream is the go-to. Won't eat any other brand of cookies and cream. Here's Tia Malloy. First pitch to the Sooner left fielder is a little bit up, ball 1. That looked like a pretty good pitch from here. So 5 homers on the day now for Oklahoma. See if Tia can make it 6. The 1-0, a little bit out. That means on the season now, Oklahoma has 20 home runs through its first, and we're not quite done here yet. Sooners will still have another plate appearance. To the first 4.5 games, not bad. Here's the 1-0. Ooh, way up and in. We'd like to thank Love's Travel Stops as the presenting sponsor of OU softball. Love's Travel Stops is the heart of the highway. 9-0 Sooners. 3 balls and no strikes. Here's the pitch. Ball 4. And Bella Immerling's had a nice game. She's 1 for 1 with a home run and a walk.
Now batting for the Sooners, the catcher, number 13, Isabella.
Hey, listen, all things college sports, including live games and softball and baseball talk on Sirius XM, College Sports Radio, Channel 84, and streaming on the SXM app. First pitch to Immerling is low and away. A lot of you have tweeted in with different series of problems with the broadcast. I'm no help. I'm sorry. Here's the 1-0. That's hammered deep to center field. Does it have a chance? It does, and it's gone. For a moment, it looked like Terms in center field might try to climb the wall and make the play, but it's a 2-homer day for Bella Immerling, and that's the 6th home run of the game for the Sooners.
That is her second home run of the season.
Wow. Now, Immerling says, all right, freshman, I know you're off to a hot start. Let me see what I can do. We're going to have a pitching change as Montana. Let's see if 10's on the roster. This is a big moment. Remember, earlier we had 11 who was not even on their roster, and we found out that it was Kara Sweet. Well, they did have a 10 on the roster that they gave us. So we'll find out more about the new Montana pitcher when we come back. I mean, on the...
Now pitching for the Grizzlies, number 10, Brooklyn Braun.
So they have 10. Sound like they just announced it as Brooklyn Braun, so we'll do our best to dig here. This is about as convoluted with a school that had as solid of notes and information heading in of anything that we've seen. So Brooklyn Braun will be in the game. She's on the Montana softball official roster, but she wasn't on the actual lineups today, which is weird. But Braun will get the opportunity to pitch here and try to slow down the Sooners. We'll keep it here. Here's what we know about Braun, a freshman out of Las Vegas, Nevada, by way of Rancho High School. And here's Lexi McDaniel. This is her college debut for the freshman Brooklyn Braun. Did not pitch last weekend. First pitch to Lexi McDaniel is a little bit up, ball 1. Hey, kid, we need you to go out and stop the bleeding. You get to make your college debut against a team that's already hit 6 home runs off our pitchers. Here's the 1-0 to McDaniel. That's a little bit up, 2-0. Lexi is 1 for 2 on the day. Singled and scored a run in the second inning. Sooners batted around in that second inning. Put 6 on the board. They're up 11-zip with nobody out in the top of the 4th inning. Here's the 2-0. Low and in. Three balls and no strikes. Here's the pitch from Braun. That's in for a strike, 3-1. Shout out to the Brotherhood of Locomotive Engineers and Trainment Office in Chakota. They have the game on while working hard. It's good. Kyle will be the background for you today. 11-zip, not a lot in doubt here in game 1. Here's the 3-1. Rip into left field. It's a base hit. It's a 2-hit day for Lexi McDaniel. Chakota, of course, the hometown of the Sooner legend, Crystal Fairmont. Also, I believe Carrie Underwood was there from Chakota as well. Here's Sid Barker with a runner at first now. And Cheney Helton has moved into the on-deck circle. First pitch pops out of the mid of the catcher Taryn, called strike 1. Sid Barker on the day, 1 for 2. Matt and Jenny are tuned in Dallas. Beverly's in Natchez, Mississippi. K-Mac tuned in as well. along with their crew, listening from the office. Can't blame you. 1-0 pitch, caught the outer edge. I think we're 0-2 here. They called that first pitch a strike when it popped out of the mitt. I think our count's 0-2. Yeah, the home umpire just corrected the scoreboard. No balls and 2 strikes. 11-0 Sooners. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Off speed, fouled off. Still haven't fixed the scoreboard. Mo Sooner checked back in and said it's no limit. And he had a first grade boy do 20 perfect push-ups. A first grade girl do 22. Pretty impressive in first grade. 1 ball, 2 strikes. This is that moment where someone lets me know they could do 50 in first grade. That ball's lifted deep down the left field line, but Sid Barker's going to win the day with some of the most impressive foul balls so far. That's out of play, 1-2. Pardon me, 0-2 still. 11 runs on 11 hits. Our umpire keeps correcting the scoreboard, and it keeps staying the same. No balls and 2 strikes, so the scoreboard says 1-2. It's irrelevant. Here's the pitch to Sid. There it is. It's 1-2. Guys don't have to move anything. Slibs for Life is watching on their sick day from Virginia Beach. Oh, get well soon. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ripped towards third off the glove of Gutierrez. That'll trickle into the outfield. And I'm sure it'll be a hit. That was a laser off the bat of Barker. Nobody out for it. Cheney Helton, who got a first career hit last weekend. Cheney digs in from the left-handed side of the plate. HB says, I actually completed the Navy SEAL test as a kindergartner. See, I told you. Sarcasm will get you everywhere with this broadcast crew, that's for sure. Let's get you caught up on baseball, too. Let's see how the Sooner baseball team is doing. As Cheney Helton digs in. OU baseball starting the season against Tim Tadlock and Texas Tech, the former OU assistant, best friend of Skip Johnson. Here's the first pitch to Cheney, low and away. Diamond Sports back in full effect, man. It's fun to go to the StatCast page and see so many games. Sooners trailed 1-0 in the top of the 4th inning. As Cheney takes the 1-0 pitch outside, 2-0. But if we're through the 3rd and Tech only has 2 hits and it's an unearned run, that makes you feel pretty good about what the Sooners are getting early on from Cam Johnson. 5 strikeouts, just 2 walks. The 1-1 off speed is lifted into left field. Ranging over is Kiblin to make the catch. That's first out of the inning. And here is Ilana Agbayani, who homered her last time up. So they're headed to the bottom of the 4th in Arlington. They're kind of cooking in that game right now.
Now batting for the Sooners, number 50.
Sooners trail Texas Tech 1-0. Toby Rowland's got that call with Josh Helmer on the Sooner Radio Network. Find it on the Varsity app or by simply searching Soonersports.com/radio. Softball side, top of the 5th, Tennessee, Nebraska, tied at 1. First pitch to Ilana is a little bit up, ball 1. Here it's 11-0 Sooners. During the commercial break, between innings, a couple half innings ago, they announced the weather here in Norman and in Montana. The 1-0 pitch, low and away. We're at 64 degrees in Norman right now and 34 in Montana. A little bit chilly here, not quite sweater weather. First and second, 1 out, 11-0 Sooners. The pitch is a little bit up. Sooner second baseman Ilana Agbayani. The great Jessica Boehm is checked in with a solid stat for everybody. And 3-0 is headed home to Agbayani. She takes a strike. Nope. Yes, strike 1. This is the quickest to 20 or more home runs since 2021 Keep in mind, that was the game and the season where OU hit 13 home runs against Utah. They reached 20 home runs in 3 games in 2021. 3-1 is strike 2 on a pitch that looked a little bit out. Wind is picked up here, blowing in a bit, and appears from right field, and that area of concern cloud-wise starts to drift towards the stadium here. The 3-2 is skied to center field, but not deep enough. Churms is under and makes the catch. McDaniel's going to tag and head to third. 2 away. And here's Anelli. Congrats to Ginny Baranchek and the OU women's basketball team. They struggled a bit for a half, but then came to life in the second half to beat Florida last night. Nelly on the day is 0 for 1 with 2 walks. And off to second goes Barker. She steals second. Oklahoma probably easily could have had a double steal there, but decided at third to Lexi McDaniel not to go. Maybe Coach Gassel was holding her as well. The 1-0. Lined into right center field, but very busy. Bukowski ranges over, makes the catch, and that'll do it for the Sooners in the fourth. But Oklahoma adds 3 more. And as we head to the bottom of the fourth inning, it's all Sooners. Oklahoma 11, Montana zip. This is Sooner softball from Learfield. New pitcher for the Sooners. A solid outing for Miley Wachenio comes to an end, and Oklahoma will turn to the freshman, Berkeley Zakay. I think it's a solid spot to bring in the righty out of St. Joseph's High School. She's got a chance to be pretty special. Had a bit of a rough outing, at the very least, in just her first collegiate outing, not going 1, 2, 3. Anna Cockhill will lead things off. Zakay came in to pitch the final inning of the 21-0 at the time Sooner lead, and the 1-0 pitch misses low and in 2-0. Got out of the inning, but gave up 2 hits, 3 runs, did walk 2 and struck out 1, and that Sooner 21-3 win. But as the kids say, she's all that in a bag of chips. That's bounced back up the middle into center field. It's the first hit of the game for Montana. And it's a leadoff single by Cockhill. Through 3 innings, OU had faced the minimum behind Miley Wachenio, and Anna Cockhill gets the first hit of the day. She's aboard at first, the shortstop, with Grace Lopez stepping to the plate. Cockhill at first. 11-0 Sooners. A 6-run second really kind of separated this game as Zakay misses up high, ball one. You would imagine that for the most part shuts the door on Wachenio here today. The 1-0 bounced softly towards third. It's going to stay fair, no foul. So the numbers for Wachenio: 3 innings of no hit, shutout ball, struck out 4. 4 strikeouts, 4 flyouts, 1 ground out. Just 31 pitches, 20 of those were strikes. The 1-0 pitch misses high, 2-0. Chojo Christians waits on deck. 11-0 Sooners. That's a pretty good spot. Where did that miss? 2 balls and a strike. Zach's driving through the Oklahoma Panhandle on their way to Angel Fire, New Mexico to do a little skiing. That sounds awesome. What's our count here, Blue? 3-1. There we go. The 3-1 pitch. They got it figured out. Misses ball 4. Go talk to her, Keeney. Hey, while we're at it, I did want to looks like Bella Emmerling's going to jog out and chat with her. I did want to take a moment to just kind of give a thought, a prayer. We miss you to Jen Rocha, who continues to rest and recover at home. Just not the same, man, without Jen's smile and personality around this team. But this Oklahoma squad has really played hard and in a lot of ways, kind of dedicated the start of this season to her. But I reached out. I got a response that made my day yesterday. So it's good to hear that Coach is getting the rest she needs, and can't wait to see her back in a Sooner uniform here sooner rather than later. Carly Keeney is back again this week. She's calling the pitches as we'll get a pinch hitter here for Montana. So Chloe Saxton will pinch hit. First pitch to Saxton is up high, ball 1. "12 hits for the Sooners today." What do we have, 6 of those as home runs? Yep, 6 home runs. Here's the 1-0. Softly grounded towards third. Nelly steps on the bag for 1, to second for 2. No throw to first. Nelly barely got that in fair territory. Stepped on the bag for the quick out. Got the force at second to get Lopez. But unfortunately, no chance. Saxton beat out the fielder's choice. And here's Bukowski with 2 outs now. How about that for a pitcher's best friend? Zakay, that long stare in, she's ready. There you go, kid. First pitch strike. Tom and Nicole are checked in from Pumpkin Center, Oklahoma, which they claim is between Lawton and Duncan. Tom, I think you guys made up a city. I'm just kidding. I know because I see it whenever there's storms. Up high, there's a 1-1 pitch, misses 2-1. Claudia is tuning in from Groesbeck High School athletic trainers. There you go, Claudia. What a name. At Lady Trainer 65. Well done. The 2-1 pitch is up high, 3-1. And Bruce down in Birmingham, OU Birmingham Club guys, I don't know what's going on with the TV broadcast. I know we got a camera here and my audio is going to it. Pitch is fouled back, 3-1. The count on the score, but it's just been a disaster so far today. I got to quit relying on it. I believe it's a 2-2 count. 3-2 count, sorry. No, full count. Run at first, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Grounded sharply towards short, past Barker into left field. Second hit of the day. This one a 2-out, 2-strike single by Bukowski. And that'll bring Jessica Cherms to the plate, the center fielder. And then it's weird because I'll hear from people that are watching it and following along, and then I'll get people that are mad because they can't see it. So I don't know what's happened. But I do know that New Mexico State has the broadcast for the second game, so hopefully that'll be smoother for you all. 2 outs for Cherms, up and away, ball 1. The Eagletown and Idabel firefighters are tuned in from McCurtain County as Carly Keeney's going to make her way to the circle here. I work out with some firefighters every now and then out at Stoic. Real men, the firefighters. Chris Atterberry's of the world. Mark Strunks, real men. Jay Clary, real men. Joe Bob Hackney's listening on his way home from Midland, and Rhonda in Manford, home of the legendary Jeremy Bunch. Carly Keeney's words of encouragement for Berkeley Zakay are over. She'll head back to the Sooner dugout. And that'll bring to the plate Jessica Cherms, who on the day an early plate appearance was caught looking by Miley Wachenio. Wachenio went sprinting down to the Sooner bullpen along with Sydney Burzon. First pitch is fouled off the glove of Emmerling, strike one. No defensive changes for the Sooners. Nelly's at third, Sid's over at short, Sydney Barker, that is. Alana Agbayani in the game now at second with Lexi McDaniel over at first. Abby Dayton in right, Kai Miner in center, and Tia Malloy in left with a battery of Zakay and Emmerling, who's gone the whole way. Bella's got 2 home runs as well. 1-1 count. Zakay stares in. 11-0 Sooners. Here's the pitch. Off speed. Just misses. They'll check with the third base umpire. Woke her up. She says they didn't go. 2 balls and a strike. Here's the pitch. Line drive, right field trouble. It is foul. Just foul. That would have easily scored 2. Just foul down that right field line. I can't wait to talk to Abby Dayton after the game. She holds her hands up and says, yeah, it was foul. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Zakay struggling here to get out of this for the Sooners. Best threat of the day for Montana. The 2-2 pitch, off speed, bounce back up the middle, past the diving Barker into center field. They'll hold the runner at third. Oh, Kai Miner came up and was ready to unleash. Cherms is aboard. It's the 3rd hit of the game, 3rd of this inning for Montana. And here's Madison Tarrant. Patty Gasso going to give the freshman a little talking to. Actually, this is it. Coach Gasso out. 2nd trip to the circle. So Berkeley Zakay's day. Berkeley started to walk towards the dugout, and Coach said, no, come over here. Let's talk a little bit. So the sacks are full of Grizzlies. We're going to get a new Sooner pitcher when we come back. We'll take a 60-second timeout. It's a pitching change brought to you by Love's Travel Stops, the heart of the highway. It'll be Miley Wachenio to come back in to finish what she started when we come back. 11-0 Sooners. This is Sooner softball from Learfield. Miley Wachenio is in with the bases loaded. Madison Tarrant, the 0-for-1 popped out to short in her only appearance. Swings through some heat. Strike one. So much for saying that we were going to close the book on Wachenio. Miley Wachenio gets the call out of the pen. Sacks full of Grizz, but it's 11-0 Sooners. Bottom of the 4th inning. The pitch. Oh, she took a little something off it. Ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Fouled straight back. And now Wachenio's a strike away from getting out of the jam. $11 runs on 12 hits. Montana 3 hits. All of them this half inning. Bottom of the 4th. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. There you go, Miley. Another strikeout. And for Wachenio, that'll be her 5th of the game as she ends the Grizz threat. And we head to the 5th. It's all Sooners. Oklahoma 11, Montana the 5th. Brought to you by Hal Smith Restaurant Groups, HalSmithRestaurants.com. All right, HalSmith.com, excuse me. Boy, I'll tell you one thing. The excitement is building over the new addition to campus right there on the corner of Barry and Lindsay. Coach's Corner is right next door, and we're going to get a new Mexican restaurant there, courtesy of Hal Smith Restaurant Groups. How exciting is that? Mama Rojas. It's going to be fun. But they bring you the 5th inning, and leading off for the Sooners is Abby Dayton, her first plate appearance of the game. And that first pitch is up high from Brooklyn Braun. So Hal Smith Restaurants, HalSmith.com. For all of your dining needs, they've got you covered. The 1-0 pitch to Abby is a little bit up. Can't go wrong. Charleston's El Huevo Pub Dub, Mahogany Prime Steakhouse, Neighborhood Jam. How's the man? Here's the 2-0 to Abby, way up high, ball 3. Patty Gasso flexing her depth a little bit with the lineup, bringing Abby Dayton off the bench today. The Sooner senior out of Riverside, California, by way of Norco High School. That ball 4, not even close. Chalk up the second walk of the season for Abby. And I did want to say, I got a little talking to from Abby. I got a little talking to from Abby because we were giving her some grief because in the 21-3 win, apparently someone tattled on me that Abby that I had pointed out that she didn't have a hit in that game. But she came back in a big way, and she's at first with the Sooners on top 11-zip here in the top of the 5th inning. And here's Kai Miner. First pitch in for a strike. Kai Miner homered her last time up. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Low and away, 1-1. This spot in the lineup has 2 home runs already this game. Great news out of Arlington. The Sooner baseball team has pushed a run across in the top of the 5th inning, and they've tied things up with Texas Tech. It's 1-1, and Cam Johnson seems to be cooking. Great news. Here's the 1-1. That's in for a strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes right on that outer edge. 12 hits for the Sooners today. Miner has 1 of them. Hey, she came off the bench today, too. Alyssa Parker got the start in center field. Tia Malloy waits on deck. The 1-2, way outside, 2-2. Sooners at 20 home runs as a team, fastest since 2021. They've hit 6 here today. They lead at 11-0. 2-2. Bounce to the right side. This might be tough to get anybody. Throw to first. Not in time. Ball gets away from Christians. Everyone will stay. Christians, the first baseman, able to chase it down. But with an 11-zip lead, no need to push anything. I mean, even with a perfect throw, that ball bounced perfectly. Let's see what they decide.
Now batting for the Sooners, number 9, Tia Malloy.
Yeah, they're going to give her a single on the official stats, and here's Tia Malloy. Malloy walked in her first plate appearance and scored a run, and she rips one down the left field line. Is it fair? No, just foul. Malloy 1 for 3 to start the season. walk drawn in her last plate appearance. Was the first walk she's drawn this year. The 0-1, a little bit low and away, good patience. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bella Emmerling is making a push to be the Love's Travel Stops player of the game. She's got 2 home runs here today. She waits on deck. That's the Jimmy Austin OU Golf Club player of the game, Plank. 1-1 pitch. Ooh, just missed. A little bit out, 2-1. We'll have an abbreviated recap of the game coming up in our post game. And then when they said they're going to clear the entire stadium out before the start of game 2. Here's the 1-2 to Malloy. Bounced softly to the right side. It'll move the runners up 60. But an easy play over at first for Christians. And there's one away. Here's Emmerling. Homered in the second, walked later in the second, and then homered again in the fourth. Sooners are hitting .500 with runners on base today. See if Bella can add to that as she takes the first pitch high. Surprisingly, though, just 2 for 9 with runners in scoring position. OU hitting .429 with 2 outs. Only 1 out here, though. OU on top 11 zip. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Bella. She hammers one deep to left center field. Oh, my goodness, a 3-homer day for Bella Emmerling. And Oklahoma has blown this thing wide open. It's 14-0, and have a day, Bella Emmerling. My word. A 3-homer day for the senior. And what a statement from Isabella Emmerling. It is now 14-0 Sooners. She had hit 2 homers in a game 3 times in her career, but she has never hit 3 until today. Here's Lexi McDaniel. 7th home run of the game by the Sooners. First pitch to Lexi is a little bit low. McDaniel, 2 hits on the day. She's 2 for 3. Pitch, 1-0 is ripped into left field. It's a base hit. 15th hit of the game for the Sooners. 3rd of the game for McDaniel. Obviously a career high for her. And here's Sid Barker. Sid Barker has a 2-hit day going. She's 2 for 3.
Now batting for the Sooners, number 77, Sydney Barker.
.14 Sooners. First pitch to Sid is popped up right side. That's going to get well out of play. I did laugh. Mark and Karen checked in from Marlowe during the last break and said Pumpkin Center is a wide spot in the road. Got to stop at the Hop and Sack convenience store. What a day for Bella Emmerling. 3 home runs, a career high in 1 day. The 0-1 pitch to Sid Barker is hammered to straightaway center field, and it's gone. And the first home run of the season for Sydney Barker. Wow. Dogs are out. Oklahoma leads it 16-0. And Barker took it to the deepest part of the field. And Oklahoma is rocking in Las Cruces. 8th home run of the day. Pickering has 1 of them. She bats here with still only 1 out in the 5th inning. Agbayani waits on deck. First pitch is low. Ooh, called a strike. Vaughn steps off the rubber for a moment. Now retoes it. First pitch, a little bit up. I said Pickering, I'm sorry. This is Cheney Helton. Cheney Helton checked in the fourth inning, flied out to left field. Shout out to Pickering, who went 1 for 2 today with a home run and a walk. My scorebook is a mess right now. That's what happens when you score 16 runs. Bouncer fouled on the third base line. Cheney Helton. The pride of Coweta. 5A3 Player of the Year twice in her career. That misses low. It's cool to see her sister get some run, and Cheney get some run this last offseason when they made their run towards the Little League World Series. Helton takes ball 3 a little bit out, 3-2. Her dad, Chad's an awesome guy, constant presence, loves the game. One of 5 kiddos. She's a stud. She's got a chance to be pretty special. The 3-2 pitch to Helton, ball 4. (16-0) Sooners. Helton on board. Here's Ilana Agbayani. She's 1 for 2 since checking into the game. Homered in the third and then flying out to center field in the fourth. A 6-run second and now a 5-run fifth. Oklahoma might not be done. There's only 1 out. First pitch is up to Agbayani. Update from Clearwater. Carlin Pickens is now into the game for Tennessee. They head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Tennessee has a 4-1 lead. 1-0 is right on the outer edge, 1-1. Donna and Mary Lou Pickering have checked in from Willow Creek, Montana. That makes my season. Hard hit ball towards short, backhanded by Cockhill, throws. Oh, wow. What a play. Got her. Big time play by Anna Cockhill at short. There's 2 away. That's the second big time play she's made. And here's Nellie. Abby Dayton waits on deck. I think every Sooner who we expect to see this weekend has got a plate appearance so far. That is correct. Here's a Nelly. Nelly gets a base hit here. Sooners bat around for the second time in this game. Popped up right side, foul territory. Is he going to get out of play? Yes. We will have a mini break between these games. They are clearing out the stadium between games, so I'm assuming that means they have 2 separate ticket packages for the OU games. Don't blame them. Grounded sharply towards the right side, takes a wild hop, gets past Lopez into right field. Helton will score from second. 17-0 Sooners. And the Sooners will bat around, and we'll await the official ruling, but I think that's going to be a hit. That thing hit something and shot right past the second baseman, Lopez, into right field. And here is Abby Dayton. First pitch in for a strike. Dayton led this inning off in her first plate appearance with a walk, scored a run. One of now 6 that the Sooners have scored. Hits this one towards the right side. Nice play ranging to her left by the second baseman Lopez. Gloves, throws, and gets her. But the Sooners, an emphatic exclamation point to this offensive performance here in New Mexico. A 6-run fifth. The Sooners, as a team, have hit Planet Fitness is a proud partner of Sooners softball. With multiple locations in Oklahoma, Planet Fitness can help you with whatever you're getting strong for. Join today. Here we go. Bottom of the fifth inning should be it. Sooners up 17-0 with Chanyo's first pitch is a little bit up, ball one. As Montana will sit at the plate, Kong here to hit. Nope, it looks like we got a pinch hitter for them. This was the spot where Kong had been hitting in the lineup. The 1-0 pitch. A little bit up. 2 balls and no strikes. Danielle Beal be the pinch hitter called upon here. Here's the 2-0. Well, that caught the outer edge. (17-zip). It's wild. They've made this announcement many times as the 2-1 pitch is fouled straight back. That they are clearing the stadium after this game, and the next game is not scheduled to start until 2 Central, so 1 o'clock local time. There's actually a man who is walking around and explaining it to every single person here. That's how kind of small the capacity is. He's walking up to each segment. Swing and a miss. Swing and a miss. 1 away. How about Miley with Chanyo today in the pregame? Coach Gasso said she wanted to see more strikeouts. With Chanyo has 6. 1 away. So this was Gutierrez's spot. Haley Boer will hit here. Only 3 hits today, but none off with Chanyo. First pitch is a little bit up, ball 1. But the point is, they keep pointing out that you're going to have to leave and re-enter, and there's 2 different lines. There's a single ticket line, and then there is a bracelet line. And people are actually leaving the game early so they can get in line to have better seats for the second game. Swing and a miss, 1-1. I mean, I'm watching. I mean, it's almost like, hey, let's get a head start so we can be in line. 1 ball and a strike. I think Alyssa Parker's family's trying to get some clarification on it. Ooh, that was dirty. Strike 2, 1 ball and 2 strikes. I mean, by the time the game is over, I might be the only person left in the stands because everyone's going to go back and get in line. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch from Wachenyo. Oh, it hit her. Wachenyo likes to work inside, but that thing came up, caught her right on the shoulder. And Bella Emmerling's going to use this opportunity to go and chat with her veteran pitcher. Steph Ewing mans the third base coach's box. In her second year, had incredible success at Cal State San Marcos. Trying to rebuild something here at Montana. First pitch, swing and a miss. Jamie Pinkerton, longtime coach now at Iowa State, was incredible here during his run. Kind of helped to resurrect the program. The 0-1 low, 1-1. Casey Kiblin, left fielder, only 1 plate appearance, grounded out to third. But back in the third. One ball, 1 strike. Up a little bit high, 2-1. Matt Kendrick is their first base coach. Coach Ewing over third, but the dude's cracked me up all game long watching him. As the 2-1 pitch, boy, that's a good spot, 2-2. At the start of every inning, he sprints over to the first base coach's box, and he'll sprint on down the right field line. Might be because he's wearing shorts and it's cold. Here's the 2-2 pitch from the righty Wachenyo. Misses low. Full count. The hit by pitch was the first hitter to reach on Wachenio. The only Montana batters who had reached before then were off Berkeley Zakay, who came in relief. Runner at first, one out, 17-0 Sooners. The full count pitch, grounded sharply towards second. They'll only get the force out at first. Took another wicked hop, but a good job by Agbayani to stay with it. And there's 2 outs for Anna Cockhill. Cockhill's 1 for 3 on the game. Singled her last time up. In fact, she had the first hit of the game. Runner at second now, 2 outs. Wachenio trying to preserve the shutout and end this in run rule fashion. First pitch, swing and a foul. No balls and a strike. Pitch. A little bit up. 1-1. OU and New Mexico State will come up at 2 o'clock this afternoon, so Sooners will have a little bit of a break. If they can wrap this up air quickly. The 1-1. Hitter. Second hit batter by Wachenio. I'll tell you what, I don't know what the forecast might look like, but it has definitely started to feel like rain here. Patty Gasso is going to go out and chat with Wachenio. They said around noon today there was a chance of rain. This morning that chance of rain was at 40%. Now it's at 76%. Wind is blowing out of the southwest at about 8 miles an hour. But, boy, when we came here, there was concern when we made the trip to El Paso. We flew into El Paso and bussed here to Las Cruces. There were tons of weather concerns. Cold, rain. But when we got here, it's gorgeous. Beautiful. And as Sooner Judy warned us, the weather here can change in an instant. They have the lights on here at the stadium. All right. Meeting's over. First pitch strike to Grace Lopez, who's 0 for 1. Walked and was forced out in that 4th inning whenever Montana was able to mount a mini rally against Berkeley Zakay. And the Sooners, the 0-1, way up high, 1-1. Update from Arlington. OU's added 2 more in the 6th. They lead it 3-1 over Texas Tech in the season opener for Skip and the boys. The 1-1. Check swing on a good pitch. Called strike 2. One ball and 2 strikes. The pitch from Wachenio. Ooh, just missed. 2-2. Solid today from Miley Wachenio after a tough outing against Arizona last Friday. She's been outstanding in her first start as a Sooner. Here comes the 2-2 pitch, headed home. Boy, I don't know where that missed. Ball 3. Montana looking to load the bases here for the second time in as many innings. Wachenio stares in. Here comes the 3-2. Ball 4. Boy, all those pitches looked really close from our angle. The final 3. And with 1 out, a hit batter, 2 outs, a hit batter, now a 2-out walk. And the bases are loaded for JoJo Christians. Reached on a fielder's choice. Struck out. in her only plate appearance. First pitch swinging, fouled off. Saxton came in and pinch hit for her in the fourth and reached on that fielder's choice. She's re-entered here. 17-zip Sooners. We're in the bottom of the fifth inning. Montana's loaded the bases with 2 outs. OU's 1 out away from a dub. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes. Wachenio looking to seal the deal here. The pitch is headed home. Fouled off the knob of the bat, it looked like, as she kind of checked her swing. Might have hit off the handle of it. Shot towards that Montana dugout down the third base line. Sooners the road team, the visitors here today. I believe they will be for the second game, too. Here's the 0-2 pitch from Wachenio. Whoa, way up high. Good job by Emmerling, who's been outstanding today. 3 home runs from Bella Emmerling. Sooners have hit 8 as a team. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Wachenio brings it home. Popped up. Behind home plate, but that'll get on top of the press box. Got about 10 rows here. Bleachers. Not a ton of distance behind home plate. That one got up over the backstop quick. Here's the 1-2. Off speed, misses a little bit up. 2-2. Wind has started to wave in slightly from right field. Picked up, overcast, even dare I say chilly, after it was smoking hot to start the day. The 2-2. Bounce towards short. Sid Barker up with it, throws to third. That'll do it. Oklahoma wins it in run rule fashion by a final score of 17-0. Domination as Oklahoma hits 8 home runs and never looks back thanks to a 6-run second and a 6-run fifth.